Let's look at Lesson 5 from 6th grade math in Unit 2. We are formalizing students' understanding of equivalent ratios in this lesson and really pulling together the work that's been done before and coming up with a definition. So the warm-up of dots and half dots is two different dot patterns that you'll flash up there for about 3 seconds and let students talk about how they are going to represent how they can think about how many dots there are up there. So how do you see these dots? For instance, I see 6 groups of 9 when I look at dot pattern 1. And so that's what I would do. But someone else might see 3 groups of 18, or they might see 6 groups of 3 by 3. So have the students talk about how they see those and how they break those apart. It really is building their composing and decomposing skills that you used in the area units and that are continued to be used throughout the middle school curriculum. The tuna casserole part of this lesson just gives kids a chance to practice their equivalent ratio skills and helping them formalize that definition a little bit more. You can talk about cooking and recipes with them a little bit before, but you should have they should have seen something like this before in one of the previous 2 lessons. Activity 3 really is where students put everything together. So they're working in a small group to do 1 through 5. Once they've written their definition of equivalent ratios, check each group's definition before they do step 6 and create their visual display. And it may be worth pausing and having a whole group discussion after number 5 so that students can make sure they have formalized their definition well. We want them to include that in equivalent ratios, we multiply to generate equivalent ratios, not that we divide, because we can always multiply by a reciprocal. And so having that sense of multiplication will help them with scale factors in 7th grade. It'll help them with dilating figures in 8th grade. And so that sense of multiplication being the operation we use with ratios is going to have lasting implications for them. And then the summary and the cool down is also nice. It just gives kids one last chance to put everything together, so to give you some evidence that they have understood what they have been learning.